Good morning, everybody. It's Monday, April 27th, and we've got some new things that we're going to do. I've tried to leave some stuff the way we've been doing it so that it's familiar, so you don't have to learn a bunch of stuff, but just the way we turn some things in are going to be a little different. What I want to start off with is today. You can stop by the school if you would like to anytime this week, but if you would like to start out on a Monday, they'll be there from 9 a.m. until noon, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and you can pick up this packet. Let me make myself a little bigger. So you can pick up this packet, and this is, I know it's backwards for you, but this is April 27th, which is today, through May 15th. So it's for 3 whole weeks of school. I printed off everything that you would need for the next 3 weeks in this packet, so mom and dad don't have to print anything, and you wouldn't have to come back and pick anything up. You wouldn't have to come each week to turn work in or anything. From now on, what you will do is on Fridays after you're finished, or Thursdays if you're finished on Thursday, you'll just turn in these 2 pages, your daily assignment checkoff sheet. There's the first page and the second page, and what's new to that is we need to have a parent signature at the bottom, and then just send those pages. No other tests need to come in. Spelling City comes to me automatically. So the way that we're going to start doing it, Mrs. Oldenkamp talked with us and said that everyone is working so hard. So what she was thinking would be a great idea is if we had our lessons Monday through Thursday, and if you can finish them by Thursday, you can have Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. Now, the way we've been doing it, you can still do all of your work all the way through Sunday night. So if mom or dad work and so you need to do your homework on the weekend, that's totally fine. But I won't have any new lessons on Fridays. So then we'll do 3 more weeks of schoolwork, and then on the last week, we'll just have to finish up a little bit of writing, and we'll try to do some fun stuff. So I'm working on all of that stuff. So that will be to come. So anyway, just the big thing is if your mom and dad want to stop by the school to pick up the packet, they won't have to print anything, and they won't have to bring any of this back. I just need them to take a picture with their phone or scan it into a computer and email it to me. And all I'm going to do is have them sign it saying that you did all of your work for the week. So you won't have to turn any of those paper tests in. Also, a new thing is we're not going to do math for today. We're just going to focus on our Envision lessons. So let me get back. We will go over our to-do list for today. So if you have any questions about the way we're going to do this, you can let me know. And then I also sent all of your parents an email yesterday explaining, and so hopefully that'll help, and then mentioning it in this video, and then again at the end of the week I'll mention it again. So today we have morning work, page 127 in your morning workbook. Then on Spelling City you're going to work on list 27, so do at least one. And then another thing that's going to change is ReadWorks. So if you have any ReadWorks you haven't finished from the past few weeks, you can keep working on those to get credit. And from now on, we're just going to do one reading passage for the whole week. So if you finish all of it on Monday, doing a very good job, don't rush, then you don't have to do it the rest of the week. But if you want to take your time, like say Monday you're busy, and so Tuesday's easier or Wednesday's easier, do your ReadWorks then. So it's just due by the end of the week on by Sunday, the 3rd of May for this week. So junk food battles, and then there's a question set and some vocabulary, so do that. And then we're going to be doing our 5 new words in our vocabulary book. So all you're going to write are your new words and their definition. And so you'll find that in Google Classroom. So you'll open Google Classroom, look for vocabulary 2, and it will have the dates, and you can just write those in. Then today we're going to watch our slideshow about quotation marks in dialogue for our grammar. So all we're going to do is go over that together. In writing, you're going to open up your lesson 9. So we're finishing up. There's only 10 lessons, so you're finishing up your informational writing. So listen to the video and then follow the directions to add to your writing or to change anything in your writing. And lastly, we have, a few more things. Envision Math, we're going to do a notebook activity in our Math is Fun notebook, dividing up some fractions under less than a half and greater than a half. So we'll go over that in a little bit. And then also in your packet, I put a whole bunch of times table practice pages. Now, you're only supposed to do one or two, so that you can spread them out for the next 3 weeks. So, work on it as you would like to. If you, want to do it in pencil and erase it, if you want to put something like a little plastic over it, put them in a baggie, write on them with a dry erase marker so you can keep using them. Any of that's totally fine. I don't need them back. It's just good practice. All right, let's get into our morning work. So if you'll grab your morning workbook, we are, let me see what page are we on. We are on page 127 in your morning work, excuse me. All right, so for language today, it says read the group of words. Rewrite the words in order from mildest to strongest meaning. So if we have love, like, accept, which one do you think would be the weakest or the mildest feeling? Is love the strongest feeling you could have for a person? So if that is, then you'd want that to be the last word. Would like be the weakest word, or would accept be the weakest word? So sometimes, maybe I'll help you with that one. Sometimes we might accept something that doesn't mean we like it. So you're just going to write them in order of the least to the greatest. Number 2, wonderful, fine, plain. So which one is the least strong and all the way to the strongest feeling? Upset, fearful, uneasy. Cuddle, pat, and hug. So if you need any help with that, you can always ask an older sibling or mom and dad and see what they think. After you write it, you can see if they agree. For math, read the sentence. Use a word from the word box to complete it. So our 2 words, we have grams and kilograms. So we're going to fit those into our sentences here. A spoonful of peanut butter weighs 16 grams or 16 kilograms. Which one do you think it would be? A bag of cotton balls weighs 25 grams or 25 kilograms. A bathroom wall mirror, the mirror that hangs up on the wall above your sink, weighs 15 grams or 15 kilograms. That's what you do on that one. And down to our story. So we're going to read the story. We're going to answer the questions. Number 8 says, what is the most important thing the author is saying about Viola in this text? So there must be something that he's going to say that's pretty important about Viola. So we're going to write our sentence there. Do you think Viola's actions show that she needs to put more effort into practicing the drums? Tell why you think so. So yes, she needs to practice more or put more effort in, or no, she doesn't need to put more effort in, and why. All right, so let's read that story. Viola needs to put in more effort if she wants to play the drums really well. She asked her dad for a drum set at the beginning of the school year, and he got her one. She seemed really interested in drums and said she wanted to be a good player. At first, she practiced almost every day, but then she practiced less. When she did practice, she didn't use her instructional video or her lesson book. Then her drumstick broke, and she didn't tell her dad for a whole month. After she got a new one, Viola still didn't practice because she said doing it made her arms tired. So they probably wouldn't be tired if she kept practicing, right? So what's the most important thing the author is trying to tell you about her? And then do you think her actions show that she needs to put more effort in or less effort in? And why do you think so? And so just show that to someone at home to show that you got that done. And then this week we've got Spelling City. We're going to do list 27. So here's a list of your words if you're on the regular list and alternative list here. I don't believe I put a pretest for this week. So, all right, so this page right here and the next one are the ones you're going to use for your Math is Fun notebook. And that is, so I just colored, so it's in the packet. If you picked up the packet, it's in there. But I just colored the front of those just to give it a little character. And so I'll move my little thing here so you see. All right, so I just colored those in, less than 1/2, greater than 1/2. And then you'll have another page where you're going to cut out all of the fractions. So look to see which ones you think would be a less than 1/2 or more than 1/2. And so like what I did for one of them, like I drew a picture. So it says 2/8. So there's 8 boxes and I colored 2. Did I color half of that object or less than half of the object? So I colored less than half of the object. So that's what you're going to do is you're going to put a picture underneath and color it in to show, and that will help you know if it's less than 1/2 or more than 1/2. And also what you'll notice, let me scooch myself back here. Also what you'll notice on here is that on this page here, it looks like it has 2 sets. And that's just because when you're in class, we just cut it in half and that is enough for 2 people. So if you do make a mistake, then you have an extra set. So that's good news. All right, so here are all of these times tables from 0 all the way through 12. Are you supposed to do them all today? No. Do a page or 2 if you want to, but not all of them. This is supposed to last, these times tables are supposed to last you the next 3 weeks. So there's no rush. I'd just like you to practice. Now remember, I have a link on our class blog page that you can listen to all the Number Rock songs and then practice doing these. If you want mom and dad to time you for 5 minutes, that's what we usually do in class is 5 minutes. So you have all of these times tables to do. All right, real quick before we go to our grammar slideshow, I'm going to take us over to Google Classroom, and you'll see that there's our vocabulary and then our writing lesson. So for vocabulary, let's look at that. All right, so here are your 5 words we have on this page and then on the second page. I guess it's being very slow. There we go. All right, so there's page 1 and page 2 that you can write the words and the definitions. And let's go to our slideshow and wrap this up for your day, for your Monday. And then if you have any questions, make sure you let me know. All right, so we're working on dialogue. And dialogue, we usually put quotation marks around where people are talking out loud. So it says, quotation mark, the exact words that a character says is called dialogue. And then they always put a comma and then the quotation marks. And then this is the part that's not being said out loud. She told us. The sentence above includes dialogue. What do you notice? So the exact words that a character says is called dialogue. She told us. So the part that was said out loud has the quotation marks. And then we put the other part in there. We always put a comma because the sentence isn't over, just the out loud part is over. All right, Mom told me to clean my room. That's not dialogue. If it was dialogue, it would be, clean your room, said Mom. And then we put our punctuation there. So the difference is you hear someone saying something. This one, you're telling me about it. Clean your room, said Mom. Dialogue is this part with the quotations, and the part without the quotation that says who was talking is called the tag. The dialogue is what was said, and the tag is who said it and how they said it. So if it was like screamed Mom, that's how the tag is. It's not said. Clean your room, quotation marks for the talking out loud, and a comma because the sentence isn't over until we tell us who said it. Dialogue is punctuated with quotation marks and commas. All right, so dialogue is punctuated differently than a regular sentence based on whether the sentence is a statement, an exclamation, or a question. and if the tag is at the beginning or the end of the sentence. Remember, the tag is who is saying it. So if my sentence was, I said, please clean your room. I said is the tag, and it came before the sentence. Punctuating dialogue with the tag at the end. So these are all with the tag at the end of them. I baked some cookies. So the talking out loud's over. Said Mom. I love when you bake cookies. Exclamation point, because it's not just a statement. So this is a statement, we put a comma. But it's excitement, so we need the emotion in there. We need the exclamation point there. Quotation mark, I exclaimed, period. I love when you bake cookies, I exclaimed. Can I have 2 cookies? Question mark, I asked. Because we need to have that emphasis that it's a question. So if it's just going to be without an excited mark or without a question mark, we're just going to put a comma there. So an example, I baked some cookies, said Mom. So it says, you try. Put your name on your paper, said Mrs. Cook. So put your name on your paper, quotation marks. Put your name on your paper, quotation marks, comma, said Mrs. Cook, period. I love when you bake cookies, I exclaimed. Now we try. Don't forget your lunch, yelled Mom. So because it's strong feeling, quotation mark, exclamation point, and a quotation mark, yelled Mom, period. Can I have 2 cookies? I asked. You try. Can I sit next to you? Asked Wendy. Hey, look, Wendy, you're in there. So quotation mark, and then it ends with question mark, then quotation mark, asked Wendy, period. I know this might sound confusing. We'll get it. Punctuating dialogue with the tag at the beginning of the sentence. She whispered, don't wake the baby, period. Quotation marks. We put the comma here because the sentence isn't over. We have to put our statement in here. I asked, so we're going to ask a question. I asked, comma, can I hold the baby? Question mark, quotations. She exclaimed, that's strong feeling. Of course you can! Exclamation point. She whispered, don't wake the baby. You try. Kara said, comma, and then what did she say out loud? Quotation marks. I will be right back, period, quotation marks. No strong feeling there. I asked, can I hold the baby? You try. Brady asked, comma, quotation marks, capital C, because that's the beginning of his sentence. Can I have dessert? Question mark and quotation marks. It's a lot to learn. We'll work on it all week. Whoopsie. Back we go. She exclaimed, of course you can. So we have a comma. We have quotation marks, capital letter, because that's the beginning of her sentence out loud. Exclamation point, quotation marks. Hannah exclaimed, question mark, or excuse me. Let me try that again. Hannah exclaimed, comma, quotation marks, I am so excited! Exclamation point and quotation marks. What are some things that all dialogue must have? So all dialogue must have quotation marks around the talking out loud part, and it must have a tag telling us who said it or how they said it. Remember that part, that's a very important part. All right, guys, so I will also send a video of our read aloud. And if you have any questions about what we're doing today, make sure that you send me an email. And remember, you can pick up your packet at the office starting today. So have a great Monday. And remember that if you get all of your work done by Thursday, you can have a 3-day weekend. But also remember, if you need all the way to Sunday, you can take that time. So I'm just scrolling back up to our page. The only page that we're going to need to be turning back into the teacher from now on is our daily assignment sheet, and that will be at the end of the week. So this paper right here, and you will have 2 pages, and I need Mom and Dad to sign the second page down here. I've added that. Send that second page, and that's all they'll have to send. All right, guys, have a great day, and I will talk to you tomorrow.